Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to Demise and Suffering.
We're the Ditwicks, and today we are shiny hunting again.
Continuing shiny hunting for a shiny race on Bulbasaur, as you can see on the screen.
Yep, last week we were also shiny hunting Bulbasaur. Neither of us got it yet, and we are still racing to see who gets it first.
We are only a few boxes in. Oh, actually,
I think I'm on box like 3.
let's find out. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 full boxes.
Yeah, I have
So you're
about 3
probably-
full boxes as well.
We're probably on the same one.
Oh, no, I didn't want to go
Oh,
in there.
you done goofed. It's now saving.
I hate when that happens.
You goofy goober.
Oh, last week we talked about how we met, how we started playing Pokemon together for the very first time. Even though
You know what we didn't touch up on?
What did we not?
How
touch
we started playing Pokemon.
You know, we should. Should that be its own video? I don't feel like that's long enough to be.
It's not like an hour long. Like, really, all it was is the kid across the street was playing Pokemon. He showed me. I'm like, I want that. And then I got it.
Okay, that's kind of like how.
I'm like, that's it.
We'll. I think I can make my story a little bit longer, but we'll touch on that, and then we'll talk about our high school.
We're gonna talk about high school. And
Man,
I think
a lot of
we
things
kinda
happen in high
mentioned
school.
We kind of mentioned it last week, but high school was a jolly good old grand
did
time.
I not bring my drink over here?
Oh, did you do that again?
Why do I have a habit of doing
You
that?
silly goose.
So yeah, there's plenty of stuff we can talk about in high school, but let me tell you about how I got into Pokemon.
You do that.
So,
I don't think I know the story.
it's a very interesting tale. Growing up in a strict Christian household, my parents were told that Pokemon was of the devil.
Of course.
And most kids in the South, which if you didn't know, we are from the South.
Not too far.
There was churches where they would find they would try to make anything sinful. Like everything was a sin if it was not Jesus in any kind of way. So of course they try to do Pokemon, saying psychic Pokemon, they're like of the devil. Because they have like psychic powers, and psychic is a term that only devils use because of like, you know, people telling your future. That was looked at as witchcraft, whether it's real or not.
Yeah.
Who cares? But they try to make it say that, you know, that was satanic. And another thing that really bothered me, there was this one church that tried to say
You got it!
oh, you're ahead of me. It's a square shiny.
Yes!
You're ahead of me now.
Get faced!
Wow.
Oh my... Yes.
Raisin is ahead.
One down. First of all, why is my Chandelure holding a fossilized Drake?
Why is it? That is so random.
Yes!
You are the first. You're ahead of me.
Yo, boy. Let's go.
We could have got that in the first episode.
If we would have went for like 5 more minutes, we could have gotten it in the first episode. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm still going.
You gotta make sure you count how many eggs, what number we got left on.
I think it was the second one. The second one of this.
You got it in
batch.
good odds too.
I got it in great odds. What if I
Within
get
90? Like 90 something?
Maybe a little more.
Maybe a little bit over 100.
Maybe it was 100. Because it was 3 full boxes, so that's 90 right there. I don't know. I'll check. Yes, dude.
Oh, but you're officially ahead.
I
of the
am
shiny race.
Winning. I am winning. Yes.
I was wondering who was gonna get it first. I really wasn't sure.
I told you, I'm gonna be ahead until we get to La Vesta.
What if you get a second shiny?
Right now.
Right here and now.
Right now.
Okay.
You thought. Fooled you. It'd be a dope.
Anything more you want to say about your shiny before we get off subject again?
Let's see which one is this.
Well, count your eggs first.
Is this one? Yeah. Okay, so let's make sure. So 1, 2, 3 full boxes. So that's 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 102.
102.
102 shiny.
And if that's
eggs.
not right, the counter will be accurate.
Yes,
That,
it should be.
That I edited.
Yes! I'm gonna put it in my shiny box.
I know we're supposed to be like full on against each other and racing,
You happy?
but I'm happy for you.
Oh,
I'm really
thanks.
glad that you got to be the first one.
Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude.
Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I should act like I'm upset.
You should be upset.
Be like, you're going down in
Yeah.
episode 109.
Okay. I just gotta.
Now you can start on who's next? Squirtle?
Charmander.
Charmander's next.
Let me get this dude. Do Pokemon not level up anymore in this gen?
What do you mean they don't level up?
Do they not level up?
Of course they level up. You just have to.
No, in the
them up
daycare.
with- Oh no, they do not level up in the daycare. They are the daycare is specifically for breeding now. I
Just
think.
breeding.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't get why they took that away exactly.
Saves me money.
I mean, yeah, it saves me money. I guess they know people just want to use it to breed.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. Shoot! Look at me go.
Did you already switch out?
No.
Or are you just using up your last little eggs?
Yeah, I'm hatching all these other Bulbasaur eggs.
Okay. Well, maybe that gives me time to get ahead.
Get ahead. You mean to tie up? Haha!
Oh yeah, to tie up.
You can't get ahead from me. Unless you get 2 shinies, I guess. I don't know.
And then technically
Unless
won't
you
count.
somehow get a
But it'd be nice
Squirtle.
to have 2 shinies.
It would. It really would.
Oh, it would suck if the first time doing this, I don't get it to like egg like 1,500 something.
Could
And
happen.
then that could be like episode 15.
Could happen. We don't know. This is the risk we took.
Yeah.
The gamble.
And
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect it to get it this early.
I did not expect it either. I was hoping we would get it within the first hour, but you know, a little bit within the second hour is not bad at all.
It's not.
I actually need to plug in that phone so
Go plug in the phone.
it doesn't die on us because I can't tell if it's charging or not.
I'll be entertaining. Teehee.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
I'll let you know if you get the shiny.
It would be funny if I got it when I was over here.
It would, wouldn't it? What a time that would be.
That's how I got Ice Cube. I wasn't even there when I saw it.
Oh, the blight of Ice Cube.
I heard it
The
as I
plague.
was walking to the front door. Oh man, I knew it took over 1,000 eggs to get that thing.
Oh yeah.
When I did hunt Ice Cube.
I remember
Off
your
camera.
depression that stemmed from that. Your suffering.
Damn, I had nightmares about it.
That is wild.
Like I had dreams where I was going around in a circle trying to get an Ice Cube back. Shiny Ice Cube. Sorry guys, didn't mean to get off topic there. You know, when a shiny happens, you gotta react to it.
React.
Especially when it's the first one of this series. Look at you, lucky you.
Let's go. What were we talking about when you got into Pokemon?
Oh yeah, I was first talking about the environment I grew up in and churches, how they demonized Pokemon. And I remember like one of the churches were trying to get behind was like Ho-Oh was the gay Pokemon. Telling everyone it was okay to be gay because it signifies a rainbow.
I'll make sure I just put my shiny in there. Okay, we're good.
And yeah, so because it was like the rainbow Pokemon, they're like, oh, they're pushing the gay agenda. Even though there was like nothing gay in the anime or games to even refer to that.
You know what I want to look up
Ho
now?
doesn't make people gay.
I want to see what churches have to say about like Giratina and Arceus.
Dude, like that would be the biggest but I don't think there was much controversy when those games come out.
Oh no.
At least none that I heard about. It was all about old generations. It was all about second gen, like, oh, Pokemon is of the devil.
When it first came out, and then they realized there was no stopping it.
Yeah, like they tried really hard to push it. And my parents didn't fall hard in that category. My dad didn't. It was more my mom.
Yeah.
She was like, I don't know too much about it, but if it is bad, maybe I should just not let him play it. Which I saw the series, and I was like, I'm in love with the series. I love anything that's like monster related or collecting stuff. Like I was all for that. Like I grew up on Lilo and Stitch where they had to catch every experiment.
Oh,
I drew pictures of every single experiment in that show because I was so obsessed.
Well, like you created your own like monsters and your own like little, I guess, universe in a way.
Which one are you talking about?
You're talking about like Angel Man.
Oh yeah, boy, that's it. That could be.
That's another topic we can talk about.
That could be a whole topic.
We can talk about like Angel Man, like how created like stories and whatnot.
Yeah, dude, we need to do that. There's so many stories me and you created.
Yeah.
And like, not even just thought of,
like more so
like actually made, and then made a fandom out of it. Which that could be so much fun to talk about.
Tried making books about.
Yeah, we made books.
Yeah.
Like there were so many ideas we would want to go back on if we ever did have the money to do it, or like even if I could quit my job, I'd probably get into animating to do some of the series that we've talked about doing in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do them there in high school, but I didn't have any money. It's always this problem of money. Now I don't have time because I need to make more money, and it's just life sucks.
And I ain't got both. I don't have money or time.
But like I was obsessed with Pokemon. Do you remember Leah from the class above us, which was in my class? She was in my class.
Yeah.
Okay, well she had a Pokemon game. I think it was Pokemon Ruby.
Whoa.
And she was very nice. She was a good friend. She'd let me play her game on my Game Boy pretty much the entire day at like summer camp. And like I loved it so much. I don't know what she was doing because I completely forgot. I let her borrow some of my games. I had lots of Game Boy games, so I didn't have any Pokemon games.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of switched. And God, I loved it so much. And eventually I did convince my mom to let me have my first Pokemon game.
Yeah.
And I remember going to GameStop. She was going to buy it for me. I didn't have any money.
Of course.
And I was trying to be like really nice about it too. I remember going up to the counter and it had all the games displayed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to the person out the front. And he's like, which Pokemon game do you want? And I'm like, I look at my mom. I'm like, which one's the cheapest? Because I'm thinking about her wallet.
Yeah.
She's being nice enough to get it for me, even though I don't have a source of income at the time. So you know. But I was like, you know. And he pointed out Sapphire. I guess that was the one game out of the 3 games that did not do as well. I mean, I'm sure it did very well, but I think a lot of people prefer Ruby over Sapphire, just because.
I think Groudon's cooler.
Yeah, you have this epic dinosaur monster-looking thing, and then you have the whale. Obviously, kids are gonna choose the whale. Sorry, I'm moving eggs. Nice. So yeah, that's when I got my first Pokemon game, and I've been addicted to it ever since.
Heck yeah, dude.
And the same thing that happened with cards, actually. My mom didn't want me to get any Pokemon cards. And another reason for that was there was controversy at the school. One of the kids traded a card that they regretted because they didn't know it was rare.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid didn't want to give it back. I mean, they already traded it. It's theirs now.
Yeah, what can you do?
Instead of the kid, you know, agreeing to the terms that, you know, he agreed to, he started to cry about it to the teacher, cried about it to his parents, and banned Pokemon cards from our school for eternity.
Hold on. Is there a mass delete?
Not in this game.
No.
Only at home.
Okay, whatever. Do I have a Squirtle? No, Charmander.
Yeah, you need Charmander.
Now I have to look. We were given. Here's Charizard.
There you go. That'll work.
Oh, it's named Kanye.
Kanye West.
Yeah, I name all my Charmanders Kanye.
Why do you name him Kanye?
I don't know.
Usually there's some kind of meaning
Kanye
behind your
spits
names.
fire, I guess. I don't know.
What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so
This is the one that can Gigantamax.
you got a Gigantamax Charizard named Kanye.
Yes, I do.
That
is the next one, right? Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle.
Yeah, Squirtle's last.
Yeah, the water one's always last.
Yeah.
Sick.
You would think the fire would be last. I don't know. It just for some reason it registers in my mind that way. But I know Squirtle is number 7.
We know grass comes first.
Always. Yeah, always. That's the easy one to remember. But yeah, my dad actually gave me a bag of Pokemon cards one day that was owned from his brother, and they were the original set. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know how rare they were. They got scratched up later on in life, which sucks.
Let me do something real quick because it's gonna annoy me in the future.
I remember like when he gave me the cards, I looked over to my mom, I'm like, I'm not supposed to have these. But she let me have them anyways, which was great because I love those cards so much.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got the.
Didn't stop
My
you.
childhood could have been completely ruined if they had just stuck to their gut and
What
not
would
let
we
a
be
kid.
doing?
We would be playing like Yu-Gi-Oh! Go.
Would we be as close friends if we didn't have Pokemon as a connection?
I like to think we would.
Like to think so?
I don't think our friendship was just Pokemon all the way. I mean, we did talk about it a lot,
We did.
but it wasn't like. I mean, there was other things that we
wasn't
were
a make
into
or
as
break.
well.
True. We're fine. Like we got Marvel.
Yeah,
We got that.
we were big in Little Big Planet at a time, which I got you in there.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Maybe by
Uncharted.
PS3. Oh goodness.
That was a big one for us. Man, we had so many fun
We
times
played
playing
for
that game together.
years. Co-op mode. It was good.
I mean, Pokemon was just a thing that we both knew that we grew our childhood on, and that was easy to connect.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's like the main source of our friendship, though.
And like it didn't come from. Well, actually, no. What am I saying? It's like I don't know. Like it seemed like Pokemon wasn't popular at like around that time.
Gen 5 is when I feel it dropped.
Yeah.
Gen 5, I remember being excited when Gen 5 came out. I'm like, I'm going to buy this game, and I'm also going to buy my brother a game, because I'm so excited for Gen 5. And I was disappointed with Gen 5.
Yeah. Gen 6 is where it dropped for me because I didn't have the money for a 3DS.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I didn't have a 3DS either. But for some reason, we still knew the Pokemon from that generation.
yeah, a
We
little
talked
bit.
about it in high school.
A
I
little
mean,
bit,
we
yeah.
didn't know their names very well, but we could remember some of their designs.
Like the one with the keys.
Yeah.
The doggone key Pokemon.
Key Pokemon.
Oh goodness.
I'm not disappointed in Gen 5 anymore. It's one of those games that I grew on.
I mean, you
Over
have some
time.
favorites from Gen 5.
Chandelure
Haxorus, Chandelure.
Chandelure is one of my favorites. Haxorus is another one of my favorites. Probably my favorite dragon Pokemon now.
Ooh.
I
I mean, my perfectly balanced team. Hold on, what is it? Swampert?
Haxorus. Not Haxorus.
I got so
Hydreigon.
confused, I forgot I was searching Charmander now. So Charmander popped out the egg. I thought I was expecting something green. I'm like, excuse me?
What's going on?
Freaked me out a bit. But, no, half of my perfectly balanced team are Gen 5s.
Yeah. You use Electros and
Chandelure,
Hydreigon.
Electros, and Hydreigon, yeah.
And, like, even the Pokemon I really hated at first, I kind of slowly grew to like.
You could not stand Chandelure. Because you were so upset.
I did not like he was an object.
You were so upset that it was, like, named after what it was.
I don't remember being that upset about it.
You were pretty livid about it.
I mean, I was kind of like, slightly annoyed. I'm
You
like,
didn't like it.
I didn't like object Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like Pokemon based off objects.
Well, that was a lot of Gen 5,
I liked
though.
them based off of monsters.
That was a lot of Gen 5, though. Like, you had Kling Clang, which is just gears.
Wait, that's one of the Pokemon I've slowly learned to love.
And then
Klang was my least favorite from that whole
and
generation.
then the Ice Cream.
I did not like the ice cream.
Trash Bag.
I like the trash bag more than the ice cream and the Kling Clang, actually.
Jeez.
But I still didn't like it. There was just so many mons in that generation I did not like. Which, I mean, you compare it to Gen 1, like Magnemite,
Gen 1 was different.
the exact equivalents.
Gen 1, we didn't know what to expect from that one.
If you look at Gen 5, a lot of it is just copy and paste over Gen 1, but like try to make it look different.
Well, like, that was like
Kling Clang is obviously Magnemite line.
Well, that was the first and only game since Gen 1 that was just completely new Pokemon.
Yeah.
And, like, that was the first time they ever did that since Gen 1, and it's the only time it's ever been done ever since.
And here's one thing that was explained in a video, and I agree with it. There was so many Pokemon in that generation, and
It was a lot.
you're gonna have some Pokemon that are really cool, like Hydreigon,
Yeah.
Haxorus.
Yeah.
You have the cool Pokemon there, but with there being a lot of Pokemon, a lot of them are gonna be a lot of Pokemon people hate.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put that in comparison, like let's say the normal hate ratio,
The Hatio.
the normal hate ratio is like 1 out of 10. Okay, well, if you have a generation of, 50 Pokemon, you hate 5 Pokemon out of that generation. But if you have a generation that's 150, then you hate 15 of the Pokemon. So there's like 15 in the back of your head that's like, I hate those so much with a passion. Gen 5 was so bad because there were so many bad designs. But, it goes back to the ratio thing. I learned to like a lot of Gen 5 Pokemon.
A lot of them evolve super late. Super late, like Hydreigon. That's why I can't really use Hydreigon in like playthroughs or anything, because it evolves at like level 64, and by that level, you're in the Elite Four.
Yeah, it was almost impossible to use.
The game. Like in Gen 5, I think the like highest, the Elite Four was like 48 to 50. So it was disgusting. I think I did actually train as wireless all the way to 64 before the Elite Four, though.
Really?
I trained it off like Audinose or something like that.
See, I didn't do that. I went in there with like under-leveled Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like I do every single generation, because I don't like training in the wild.
Yes.
I fight every trainer.
Yes,
and that's
know. I know. You had me. You were doing something where, like, you were trying to use every single Pokemon from Kanto in like Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Pretty far in that.
You did. And there was one team you could not get past the Elite Four.
I was using a Beedrill, a Pidgeot,
a Blastoise.
Which, surprisingly, Blastoise wasn't my strongest. I think I also had a Butterfree on the same team with Beedrill. I was using very weak Mons. Hypno, I remember he was on that team.
Ugh. And they were so low level, too. Mm-hmm. Like, you could have made them work if they were appropriate leveled.
They were all like 40-something, I think.
Yeah, I know. Yes, they were. They were.
Like,
I think Blastoise was like 47.
I battled like every trainer in the game, and that's where it got me. I mean, but I had them evenly trained. They were all... When you're constantly, like, switching back and forth between a Pokemon and keep them all the same level.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to do that.
It's if you're training like 2 or 3 Pokemon,
like especially because you have like easy. How about to say Beedrill, Butterfree, and Squirtle. You all get that like before the first badge as well, so it's hard to like distribute EXP.
Yeah.
Between 3 early game, which makes it hard late game.
And Drowsy's pretty early game too, actually. I was like,
yeah, it's before the third badge. You technically can get it before the second.
Yeah, and I think I did because I got it like as soon as I could.
Daggum. But, anyways, so that's how you got into Pokemon, huh? Just got into it.
That was probably longer than what I could have talked about, but I mean, if we're doing this all the time,
we need a lot to talk about.
We need a lot to talk about, so I didn't try to stretch it. It's just I remember all those details I mentioned, and I think I said it pretty.
I mean, there's like 900 Pokemon in the franchise now. And we got like 900 to go. Not me. I have 899 to go.
I think we're over 900 now because of Arceus versions.
Oh, shoot. You right.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, dang. Look at us.
Do you think we'll reach Pokemon number 1000 in Gen 9? I think they'll save it for Gen 10. Because if they do it in Gen 9, I feel like it's kind of a wasted golden opportunity.
They're going to go all the way to 999. In Generation 9.
And I feel like this Pokemon specifically has to be something amazing.
And there will only be one Pokemon in Gen 10. Gen 10 is going to be open world, all of the regions.
Dude, I would be happy with that.
And
I'd
then
be satisfied.
It would have one new mythical Pokemon.
Yep, and that would be number 1000.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Heck yeah.
That's how do that because they can milk more money out of a different... What they should do is they should make kind of like an ESO MMO style Pokemon game.
ESO?
Yeah.
Oh!
And then add expansions. Like, yeah, you can add Kanto to your game now, but that's another $60. You can add this game to your...
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want a game where they always add on. And, like, I have no problem paying for a full game's worth of additional content,
Just with
like
the
a
same
new
game.
region and new mons in that region. I would totally pay that.
We need like level scaling as well.
I think most people would pay that.
I'd pay that. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, we pay more than the normal Pokemon fan probably. I would love that. I would absolutely love that because I always wanted a game where it just has everything.
Oh, that would be. Oh, I want that so much. Like, I wonder how they would do it because, like, I don't know. Like,
They could, but here's the thing. When you introduce a new game, obviously you're going to have more people focus in on that, and more people are going to buy that because you're advertising that. When you advertise DLC, people are like, I already have that game. I stopped playing it like a year ago.
yeah.
So it's always... obviously a new game is going to make more money, and that's all they care about, really. Let's be honest. It's money. But if this series was controlled by the fans, I feel like we generally would have a game like that where there's like endless places to explore. All of it would probably be open world, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And like one that's like relatively difficult as well.
Yes, that's another thing.
Because
Like,
Pokemon since
fans
Gen
have been
6,
begging for that.
Since Gen 6, Pokemon has just been holding the hand. Just hold your hand through the entire game. Gen 6, easiest Pokemon game ever.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And
Easiest.
Like, we have to do challenges to make it hard.
Yeah.
Like, that's where we're at. Like, you see so many people doing Nuzlockes and Soul Links like us.
Just like limit ourselves, yeah, because
We have to limit ourselves or else we'll beat the game easily.
like
and
once
that's
you
not
play
fun.
a Pokemon game once, there's no really any point in playing it again. Because like, I mean, what you gonna do?
Yeah, like, seriously, like, I mean, you can
There's
play
no,
it
like-
again with a different team, but you know you're gonna win because it's so easy.
There's no like alternate endings. That would be dope. A Pokemon game with alternate endings.
That would be cool, but that, you know, they never make that.
That is too much programming.
You just keep on trying until you make it to the real ending.
Oh my gosh, I would love that. We could do so much. The fans could do so much. The fans have done so much.
There's good fan games out there that we can play, for sure.
There is. I beat one today.
Yes. He's been playing Reborn. The new Reborn came out
Oh
recently.
gosh. If you
And
guys
he just
haven't
beat
heard of
the Elite Four.
If you guys haven't heard of Reborn, this game has been in development for 10 years. That is no joke, 10 years. And they finally finished it where this recent update they had like a month or two ago, they had like the final gym, the Elite Four champion, and all of post game. So the game is like 80 plus hours, maybe even 100 plus hours of gameplay. And then since they added post game, I've read like it's a whole different game. Like post game, it's like it's as long as a different game.
He just got to the ending today.
And I just got to the ending, and I think I'm at like around 80 hours of gameplay.
Jeez.
I love this game so much. I can't wait to explore post game because the story's not over. It's great.
We'll probably play it on the channel in the future. The only problem we're having is like
It's very dark.
we try to like censor. Well, we don't try to censor ourselves. We're just naturally not really.
We can control ourselves.
Yeah, we're family friendly, and we try to like make our content where everybody can watch.
Yes.
But that game, that
Reborn
fan game is
like
not
that.
family
It's
friendly.
very dark. And
But if we try to censor it, it kind of takes away from the game. I think it'd be like trying to make
Yeah.
Deadpool rated G, and that's no one's gonna like it if you do that. So I mean, we're kind of debating on if we should do it or not. Maybe have a disclaimer at the beginning of every video, and probably release it about Halloween time, if we ever do. That's one of my thoughts.
I definitely do want to play it for you guys. Because it's a very good game. The story is amazing.
The visuals from what you shown me are
The
pretty cool.
visuals, the music, it's all just amazing. They did such an amazing work on it, and I just love it so much. And it's got 2 endings in it, so I'm gonna have to play it again.
Oh yeah, like I wonder how you get the other ending.
Oh my gosh, like there's choices you can make in the game. Like you can choose, like there's a point in the game where like this person asks you to battle them, and I think that's kind of like the dividing point there.
Yeah.
I don't know if like there's anything else. I'm gonna try to like remember like all the answers I did, and like I'll try to like choose the opposite of those to see if it gets me anywhere. Well, there's one where like you have to face like a level 75 Garchomp when like you're like level 40s, and like if you beat it or not, that's like a storyline.
Yeah.
In and of itself that like leads to like a different thing. I don't know. Like, oh, it's so weird. It's so weird. I need to read up on it without like spoiling myself, I guess.
I would just play the whole game naturally first, and then try to figure out what you could have done different.
You want to try to be, because I used to try to Nuzlocke it, and after playing the most recent update, I now realize it's going to be very, 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 very difficult to Nuzlocke that game.
The whole point of Nuzlocking is making easy games harder. But how do you make a harder game?
How do you make a hard game harder? Oh my gosh.
That's pretty much what it comes down to.
So yeah, if you guys want to see us like, if you want to see me cry myself to sleep, that is the game for us to play. Though I do know all the secrets of that game.
Today,
I know the tech.
How far are we into this video, by the way? Can you check?
30 minutes.
We're already 30 minutes in. The whole subject of this episode was supposed to be high school years.
What?
But we've been so off course talking about other stuff already.
Like what kind of Pokemon games we're into, like how we got into Pokemon. I mean, good history lessons.
We could change the subject entirely to just Pokemon.
Alright, I feel like that's what we're doing. I mean, that's what we have.
I guess we'll keep it going. Maybe we'll talk about high school in the next episode.
I mean, we can like lead it into high school somehow.
Yeah, I mean,
like we talked about 5th grade a lot last week. We didn't really touch up on 6th grade. 6th grade is technically not high school.
It was like we were
the
switching
pre-teens,
classes, like
yeah, because we mentioned last week how 5th grade for us was like 2 separate 5th grade classes, and then 6th grade came along and those classes like combined.
Yeah,
I guess like a few people left from like both 5th grade classes, so like we had enough to just have one class of 6th grade.
I'm glad we got to do that, because I got to meet Tiny that year.
You did.
And we met Mike that year as well.
Mike came in 6th grade, yeah.
And probably save stories of being with Mike specifically for when he's here, because he would love to do this with us sometime.
Especially like one of our first interactions with Michael.
Oh yeah.
It involved a swing set.
And God, there's so much to talk about when it comes to
Michael.
Yeah,
like highs and lows of Michael.
He's like the third person in our trio.
Yes.
Which you usually see us as a duo on this channel. But like he's always there. We'd take like a it's have a yearly trio picture. The trio picture. Sometimes we take multiple.
I never know if I'm on the right or left.
Y'all always get it wrong somehow.
Yeah.
I feel like I would remember if I was on either side, but I'm always in the middle, doing my superhero pose pretty much.
You should remember like who's on your left, who's on your right. On your left.
On your right. Well, I always have to remind you guys. I always think that you guys are gonna do it naturally, and then you don't, and then I'm like,
fact, because we used to take it like after every like hangout, because like we used to like not hang out every weekend.
That's when we had school and we were busy.
We had school, no money. But now that we like see each other like constantly, not that it's a bad thing. We like don't take the picture like you said. It's like
whenever something good happens, like a good occasion.
Yeah.
Like if we're at a party we're like, yo, let's take our trio picture. Most of the time Mike initiates it.
Yeah, he
like,
does.
Yo, let's do our favorite picture. I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't done that in a while. Let's do it.
When it's only been like 2-3 months since we've done it.
Right.
Oh, but it's good. It's fun. We've taken a lot of those.
Oh man. So, what in 6th grade do you remember specific?
I know we mentioned Brooke and Emily spraying us with perfume.
Yep.
You in the mouth, me in the eyes. That was exciting. Us just convening in the bathroom for the same reason.
It's like, yeah, I got sprayed too. They just like spraying us.
I have another. I think that's where like Brooke and I got close.
The 6th grade.
Yeah, because for such a strange reason.
What was the reason?
I sat in front of her. And like this is like around the era where like everyone wore jackets and like hoodies.
Oh yeah.
And that,
I did that all.
And that bled into 7th grade.
Yeah.
But that was I feel like 6th grade was like the start of it when we started doing it because it was quote unquote cool to do.
Well, I didn't do it because it was cool.
You just did it.
Because
you were
hated
hairy.
wearing a collared shirt.
Yep.
I hated wearing shirts that did not fit who I was. So I wore a jacket over it all the time.
Heck yeah.
And then let's be honest, everyone in our group kind of copied me. So then when we made our group, which was called DNG, which was Dorks, Nerds, and Geeks.
I was a nerd.
We were trying to like come up with logo designs, and since we all wore jackets, Tiny designed a little jacket as our logo.
Yeah.
It was dumb, but the group itself was pretty fun.
Yeah, I started out as a nerd. Did I ever get promoted to a dork?
You got demoted to dork.
Is that called a demoted?
You used to be smart and make good grades.
And then I hung out with you.
And then you went to bad grades, and I'm like, oh, you're just like me instead. So you're a dork. Dorks were dumb, but still geeky. Geeks, just geeky and like average, like C level. And then nerds, A's, but still geeky. They were all geeky, but dorks were at the low tier. Geeks were middle. Nerds were smart.
What a system.
It was a good system, and it worked because we had varieties of both.
But anyways, so around 6th grade is like when the whole jacket era started. So like we would all like wear jackets and like they all hoods and stuff. And I sat in front of Brooke, and at random points in the day, like I don't know what compelled her to do this. She just started doing it one day. She would grab my hood and yank it.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
And just yank it. So
she did that to me too.
She'd do it, and I'd be like, ah.
I remember
tried to choke me.
That was actually kind of annoying. Like whenever it happened to me, because they would do that to me too. Like, I guess they thought it was cool or whatever.
I don't know, like
to bully us.
It was definitely a motive. It was a motive behind it.
Oh man, God, that brought back a memory.
Did I ever tell you like Brooke was like my high school crush?
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys did get pretty close.
I did like the Brooke. Da Brooke. Well, not in 7th grade though. 7th grade, I was all about Emily.
It's weird. We kind of switched girls like every so often. I had a small crush on Brooke.
We switch girls.
I had a small crush on Brooke. I like Brooke. But I don't know. When you're at that age, you have a small crush on everybody. Or was that just me? No, it was you too. I remember you had a small crush on everybody.
Okay. Sure.
We should save the
I guess,
crushes and romances for another subject.
Because I mean,
we need to have a full sit down about our exes and stuff.
Oh, let's not.
Yeah, we got to get into that.
Let's not do that.
Oh, that could be so much fun.
Oh, that's gonna be an adventure in itself.
Oh man, that might be an emotional trip.
Oh, 2 years of my life gone.
Fun.
I mean, there's not like really gonna. We'll get into it later.
Oh, there's plenty to talk about.
There's plenty.
There's plenty.
I feel like you know stuff that I don't.
I think I've told you everything that I would know that you don't.
You probably did.
I don't keep things from you.
We don't really keep secrets from each other.
I mean, I would go into more depth now because we're on topic. I'd rather us go to.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
We'll go back on that topic another time.
We'll get into it on another shiny hunting adventure.
Yeah, I kind of want to stay on
with
high school.
Ditwicks.
Stay on subject, even though we're so bad at staying on subject. I feel like that's gonna get worse in the future.
I mean, we can because we got about 20 minutes left in this one. We could try to stay in the 6th grade to 7th grade era.
Yeah, adjusting to high school.
There we go.
There we go. That's our new title.
Because I could never I see high school as 9th to 12th.
Yeah, I kind of see it too. And we haven't even made it to 7th grade, which that was a big year for us.
I said it last week. My 7th grade year, that was peak for me. Ever since, downhill. Straight downhill.
5th was my peak because that's when everyone was obsessed with me, and then it just Oh yeah, that's true. He's been in the class for a few years now.
Yeah, 7th grade was like when I was like happy.
That's so depressing. Oh, you weren't happy in 5th and 6th grade? I felt like that was.
Oh no! Like 7th grade was like peak happiness.
Okay.
And then just downhill, straight down.
Even after high school.
Straight down.
Just all the way down.
90-degree down. Let's go.
Oh man, what else happened in 6th grade? I started making the Drew books.
I thought of that. Like we need to talk
In
about the
6th
Drew
grade.
books. Oh my goodness.
You know, and there is actually one book that is not in the like journal form that I used to make. It was actually on a notepad. I found
a sticky notepad.
no, not like sticky notepad, like the 70 sheets kind of notebook.
Oh,
thing.
notebook. Okay.
I meant to say notebook. There is a book like that somewhere. I found it once, and I'm like, oh, I totally forgot I did this because I only remember doing the journal forms.
Oh, for context, when we say Drew books, he used to write like little.
It was like a journal,
like doodle books type thing, where like he would write the lives of like our. What it started in 6th grade, didn't it?
Yeah, it started in 6th grade.
Like
I started on that notebook that I don't remember what I wrote in it.
Yeah.
I remember when I see the pictures and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it'd probably bring back memories for you too. But I don't know where it's at.
So like he would like write out the lives of like our school career, like everything that happened, and like even like some like hangouts we would do. And like he would also like draw like little doodles, and like there was he made like characters for each of all like everyone in our class.
I made it a comic and then write down beside of it what the comic was, what was going on.
Yeah.
It was so I could remember things, but also I wrote everything in my perspective, and my perspective was very specific.
It was very.
It was not a third-person book. It was. I don't know why Raisin's doing this today, but he kind of looks stupid doing it. First person. Yeah, it was a first person, very self-motivated kind of perspective on the world.
And I remember I would always like narrate it as well. I would always be the one reading it.
Yes, we had other people in other classes come up just to listen to Raisin read what I wrote down every week.
Because apparently I have a good reading voice, I guess.
Because it was all true stories what I wrote down, but it was in my perspective.
Yeah.
And it made it entertaining because I also made funny pictures.
I put the drama into it. I put the drama and the feelings I put
People
into it.
really loved being included in that book, and they kind of waited until like their
until
comic,
like they came up and stuff.
They wanted to be included. Like that was something everyone enjoyed.
See, like I remember how you looked, because it's like hard to
forget. I had a bowl cut.
Yeah.
My character was pretty easy to distinguish.
I also remember how Mike looked, because he had the biggest hunch you've ever seen in your life.
I gave Mike a big underbite.
And he looked like a frog.
And he was clenched. Yeah, he looked like a frog. Like, because he was so weird. Which, we'll talk more about Mike when we get to an episode where Mike's here.
The Mike episode.
But to give you some clarification, he was just a weird kid.
He was
when we first met him, he
strange.
wasn't funny at all. He was just weird. So I drew him very weird.
He tried to be funny.
He tried to be funny, and it was so weird. But
those Drew books were like highlight of like our non-PE
it was so
day.
fun. Like we didn't play at recess. We read those
We
books
read a book.
at recess.
Yeah.
We read books at recess because we made them entertaining.
Yeah. It's oh my god.
And they were all like I said, they were all true stories. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
it made it like even funnier to read something that was you remember it, but it's so much funnier when it's written down, kind of deal.
You remember Trash Get Ball?
Yes.
Oh. So Trash Get Ball is an attempt for us to like help ourselves study. Like we had a game that we would play in school called Trash Get Ball, where you get a question right. We would have a paper ball, just crumpled up pieces of paper, nothing special, and just a trash can. And we'd go to the other side of the room. We get a question right. We would just try to shoot it for points, and it was so fun. Like it was so simple.
It was fun.
It was so simple but so fun.
I remember I did get a long shot before. I was so proud of myself because I suck at every sport.
Oh yeah. I remember in 7th grade when I broke my wrist. It was, and I'm right-handed, so I couldn't throw with my right hand. So and we were playing trash ball, and I got a question right, so I had to go shoot. But I couldn't throw with my right hand because it was doggone broken.
All right.
So I tried throwing with my left. I almost hit the teacher.
Oh.
I almost hit Miss Irvin.
Oh, poor Miss Irvin.
I think it was Mrs. Irvin.
Yeah, she was 6th grade.
No, this was 7th grade. Well, 7th
Well,
grade...
we played it a lot in Miss Irvin's class. But
True.
also,
7th
7th grade, we had Mr. Little in that classroom.
7th grade was the year where we had a bajillion teachers. Like, that was the start of that for us.
Yeah.
Because, like, who was that homeroom teacher? That was Mr. Long homeroom teacher, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my
I remember that because I had a lot of problems with Mr. Long at first. Like,
here we go.
Like I said, we wore jackets every day. And
Dress code,
so
baby.
the first 2 weeks, you know, I'm still wearing a jacket. It's a little warm, but I'm comfortable wearing a jacket. That's how I always am. And Mr. Long was like, you need to take your jacket off. I'm like, why? And, like, he's like, you just need to take it off. Because I think he just got off to it, honestly.
Oh, my gosh.
If he doesn't want me to say that about that, he shouldn't have maybe do it. So anyways, I took off the jacket for that day, but later on in that day, I put it back on. And he gave me a detention for it. For wearing a jacket. Oh, there's so many stupid things he gave me detention for.
Touching a TV remote.
Yeah, that's another one. And for burping. Which that's another story I'll get into in more detail later.
Burping, there could be an argument made.
No, there can't.
Yes,
I'll tell you why. I'll get into the story now. It was not during class. It was in homeroom. Before class. There was only 3 people present. And I was sitting at my desk, and I just burped. I wasn't thinking about it. I just did it. And he gave me a detention for it. I wasn't disturbing anybody. It was a normal bodily function, and he just didn't like it. So he gave me a detention for it. And you know, like when you think of public schools and how much crap they can do to like other kids and teachers and get away with it and never get in trouble, it's ridiculous that I got a detention for burping.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I got a detention for wearing a jacket, and Noah would, I think he got a detention as well. He was another kid in our group. He was a geek. And his parent was also a teacher, and he went to his father, and his father showed in the rule book that it's actually required to have a jacket at school. So we were able to wear jackets again after that, but still had to serve my detention for no reason. So yeah, I hated that. Going back to trash ball, well, it kind of reminded me about trash ball. I broke my foot in 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a skateboard accident, and I'll go more in detail on that later. But I was on crutches for a few weeks, and I don't know if you remember this. I remember it very well. You threw a pencil at me from across the room.
Yes.
And
I was wondering if it was either you or Taylor.
It was me.
It was you. And I threw the pen or pencil at you. You hit it with your crutch.
I just lifted my crutch up. It hit it and landed in the trash can.
In the trash can, yep.
And we were the only people in there who saw it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, that is the coolest thing. Because the crutches, like, they're like thin, right?
Very thin.
So hitting a thin object with another thin object, it bouncing off and landing in a trash can on the other side of the room, like, that's amazing, right? And we did it on accident, being stupid, and no one saw it.
I don't know why this reminds me of it, but this is when we had what's the last name? Like Mrs. Dillard as a sub, Melissa, and like we were going over like a study guide for like a test or like an exam or whatever, because I remember it was like one of those long doggone study guides, like 500 questions worth.
Yeah. Oh my god, I remember that.
And like whenever, like, so we were like filling it out.
How did any of us pass that?
I have no idea. We were filling out, you know, going through like all the questions, like filling out all the answers so we could all quote unquote study. And whenever we would write, we would like get like a little piece of candy, because, you know, food, it's great.
Oh yeah, the candy. And
like it was like small pieces, like Starbursts, like size. So I don't know why I just
candy that much.
I don't know why I thought of this doing your crutch story, but like we were doing that, and I got a question right, And she threw like a little starburst at me. And for whatever reason, my arms just didn't work. So I just went for it, and I caught it in my mouth. And again, it was Brooke. She was sitting in front of me. She goes, "What the heck?" I don't know how she saw it, but on the third eye.
That's pretty cool, though. Yeah. That's pretty dope.
I felt pretty cool.
I don't remember seeing that, but that's awesome.
It's one of my better moments in life, right there.
Oh, man.
I remember. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff I do, like, just so, like, I'm not gonna say there's a lot of stuff I do.
There's much
been
that's happened that we've never been able to really talk or bring up.
There's been, like, a few things in my life that's happened where, like, I do it so, like, nonchalantly, and, like, it so works out, but, like, not a lot of people see it.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
I totally understand that.
Because I remember I was at the beach with my friends one year. Not you guys. Before we started going to the beach. Nice. Detention.
Wait. Detention.
Sorry. I was at the beach with my friends one year, and I think it was like Myrtle, and we were somewhere, and there was like a basketball court. It was a populated area, but there was like a basketball goal, like 2 basketball goals, like a lot of like sports equipment and stuff like that. So it was me and 2 other friends, and we were waiting on like another group of like mutual friends of like theirs. So like we were just chilling out, just throwing like a frisbee around. Mm-hmm. Well, like I'm like going to get the frisbee because like friend's an idiot and like threw it over my head. So I'm going to get it, and at the same time, like the other group like comes up, walks up, and like we're like, okay, like now the other group's here, we can like go and do this thing. But like Jason, come on. I'm like, okay. And so like I had the frisbee. I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. So I just threw it. I just threw it like towards like where like all the other like crap would go.
Yeah.
And it went into a basketball hoop, like just straight in. And I mean, I saw it go in, and like all my friends saw it go in, and I'm just like, okay. And I just felt like little like sprinting towards them, and they're just like, they're like, what? And I'm just like, yeah, what's up? But on the inside, I'm just like, on the inside, I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I did that. I can't believe it.
I felt so cool in that moment. Like one of my cool moments in life. Oh, it was so funny. Like there have been very few instances like that in my life, but they're so worth it. I love them so much.
Yeah, it's like everything that you wish was caught on camera just doesn't happen on camera.
I know.
The funniest moments are off camera. The best action sequences are off camera.
I just want like some dude following me around with a camera
all the time, dude. If we were rich, I'd
need
totally
like a reality show type thing.
I wouldn't be the one vlogging us all the time. I'd have someone else always recording us.
Yes.
Have like a battery pack on his, like a backpack.
He like just have a backpack full of
equipment. He is just a living cameraman.
He's just there, like always. Like just a video pops up of us on the internet, and just like it's just us, and we didn't know it was being recorded.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like an invisible man at that point because we're just so used to him filming us.
Like, I would love to become a meme.
You are a meme.
Thanks. Thanks, Dad. I guess.
Well, I kind of symbolize you as a meme in my head.
Do you?
That's why I made a pop figure of you. Like, here, I'll show the camera right now.
Oh boy, yay! Mini me. It's mini me.
I embrace Raisin being a meme in my head. This is little Raisin. I made a little figure of him. We did pottery one day. And Raisin, he made a penguin. Mike, he made like a blowfish. Our other friends
made a mushroom and a poop.
Yeah, Kayla made a poop because she has problems pooping. But I made Raisin because I love Raisin.
Yeah, yay! It was so funny how I found that out too.
Yeah. Who brought it up and was like,
"It was
is that
Hannah."
Raisin?" Yeah, Hannah brought it up.
No. It was all like, I'm just like painting my little penguin thing. And I was sitting next to him, and like, I didn't know what you were doing. Like, you were just doing your own thing over there. And I look, and, like, you're just painting. And what's funny is he was painting the outfit that I was wearing that day.
Yeah, he had a yellow shirt.
Black
Adidas
black
pants.
Adidas pants with the white stripes on him. So, and I think, like, you were doing the shirt or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But I look at it. I'm like, and I ask him, like, how you doing over here? You're like, I'm doing good. Yeah. I'm like, oh, good. Like, I'm like, what are you even painting? And then Hannah, who was on the other side of Drew, didn't even see what he was painting. She very jokingly said, he's painting you. And then me, I'm all just like, no. I turn my head, I'm like, wait a minute, maybe.
I was hoping I'd get further done before anyone figured it out.
What's funny is she didn't even figure it out. She just said it all jokingly.
Yeah, but yeah. I knew as soon as I saw that little figurine, I'm like, I knew
the
exactly
idea
what I'm
sparked in your head.
Yeah, I knew exactly what I was
That's
painting.
awesome.
I kind of just want to make everyone in the group now. I could probably only get that design over and over again, so everyone would look kind of retarded.
What a group.
Oh, I mean, special.
There you go.
For the politically correct people out there, even though that is the correct term for
it is
people.
11 p.m.
It's gotten late.
Yeah, it's gotten late.
How far are we into this episode?
We're all about an hour in. Almost an hour.
Almost an hour.
Like 56 minutes in.
Is there anything else we should bring up relating to our transition into high school?
I know there's a photo of you in the yearbook with a... Was it you with the traffic cone on your head, or was that Taylor?
It sounds like something I would do.
But it was tiny, wasn't it?
I don't remember having a traffic cone on my head.
I feel like I would remember.
I think it might have been tiny.
I know you were driving the bus or something.
Yeah, there's a picture of me driving the bus. I do remember that one.
Yeah.
If there was a traffic cone on my head, I think I would remember that one more.
I remember
than the bus.
The reason I remember you driving the bus is because you can see my hand in the corner of it. I was like doing like goalposts or something. I don't remember why or how. And also, I don't know why I remember this either. But like I said, like I had a thing for Emily. Like Emily and I, we had a thing for each other in 7th grade.
Yeah.
There's a picture. It's actually two things in this picture. One, it's a picture of, I think it's Brooke and Allie or something. Two people. On the left side, it's me and Emily, and like we're walking like next to each other. And I remember we were talking something about purple leaves. I don't remember why or what it meant.
Very oddly specific thing to be talking about.
I know. I have no idea why or what it means. No idea in my mind. I cannot recall. So that was one thing. That was on the left side of the picture. And on the right side of the picture, it's just tiny, like, tripping. And, like, he is, like, in the air as well. Like, he is falling.
Oh, that is such a young, tiny thing to do.
It is so funny to see. Like, I haven't seen that picture in a while, but I can see, like, his body shape as well. Like, his hands are, like, in the air. And, like, he's, like, full on, like, 90 degrees as well.
I can picture that so perfectly.
It's so funny. He used to fall a lot.
Oh, yeah, he gets hurt all the time.
Oh, it's so funny.
That's another thing we could talk about.
Man broke his bones, like, every single bone in his body.
Oh, man, like...
Not all at once, but...
He's broken both feet. He's broken both arms.
At the same time.
He did break both of his arms at the same time.
It was...
But he's broken them multiple times.
It was pretty funny when he broke them both at the same time.
You remember the stories of him.
Walked around like the Christmas child, like...
Yeah, tell them all the stories of him going around with both arms broken. Because you have plenty of them.
Oh, yeah. So I know I broke my arm in 7th grade, and like a week or two after...
Oh my god, that was so disgusting. There's so many subjects we need to talk about, and like we could go on and on about each one. So like whenever you bring up something so like nonchalantly like that, I'm like, oh, we gotta go in depth on that.
I know. So like I broke my arm in 7th grade because of football.
We were playing flag football.
Don't say flag. It's cooler if I just leave it out.
Sorry,
just say
football.
Just say football. Come on, man. I'm trying to get points over here. But our friend Joseph, or we call him Squid, he broke my wrist. Rest in peace, me.
Yeah, he just full on tackled you.
He full on
He forgot the flag part.
I like did like a little Wonder Woman cross thing, and then he like puts his entire shoulder into me, and then what was bad about it is I fell to the ground, and I'm pretty sure my wrist was already broken, but I pushed up off the ground, and then like I fell like onto my right side, and that's like when I knew. I'm like,
did not know you did that.
Oh yeah, I did that. It was disgusting. It was horrible. It hurt so bad. But like, oh yeah, it was scary for me because that was the first and only time I ever broken a bone, so it was wild. So I did that, and then like 2 or 3 weeks later, Tiny comes in with a cast, same arm as well, and he's like, I fell out of a tree. Sure, dude. Fell out of a tree, whatever, dude.
Oh, I remember you laying there, and I remember you like looking up at Mr. Little. And
is it broken?
Is it broken? He's like, oh yeah, it's broken.
I think he was all like, yeah. I think I was like, is it broken? He goes, it's gonna be okay. Like your parents or someone on the way, like we'll get it taken care of. And he like turned around, he's like, it's broken. Yeah, it's very broken.
Yeah.
Trying to be nonchalant.
Guys, it looked like a Z.
If you hold a fork and you turn it sideways, that's what my arm looked like.
It was so gross looking.
Oh. My wrist just started hurting. Like
I would have hated like just carrying it, like just all dangly like that to the vehicle.
I remember like
the doctor.
Someone like one of the younger age teachers like gave me like a piece of wood or something. It was weird.
Did you have surgery on that? How did they fix it? You had surgery?
Yeah, like I was put under.
I mean, it was pretty bad. It looked like his whole hand was dislocated.
Yeah.
And like it was just
like the whole wrist, yeah.
It was so nasty.
Oh, it was disgusting.
To think you're so fragile. Flag football.
Not even football, just football. Come on. But so that happened. Like he broke his arm a few weeks after I broke mine.
He was so apologetic. He was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
And
you're like, "Dude, it's okay." I remember you saying that, "Dude, it's fine. It's not your fault. It's okay." And I remember like a few weeks later, "You broke my wrist."
I held it over his head for years. It's so funny. I loved it so much. Let's see. What else? When else did he break his stuff? When did Taylor break his stuff?
Oh, every week.
I know he broke both of his wrists, and he's not here to defend himself, so I can say this. He broke both of his wrists playing female soccer. He used to like help like coach the female soccer team at our school, and he broke both of his wrists playing female soccer. So.
Oh god.
And I'm just gonna leave it at that because he's not here to defend himself. So it's great.
That's hilarious.
So
Poor
we used to go to church together. So we were sitting there, we were like singing the songs, and the songs did over. Like everyone's like, yeah, clapping and everything. I look over, and both of his wrists are broken. So he's sitting there with like cast like this. The song is over. Everyone's clapping, and he's just over here like.
Yeah.
Touching his like fingertips together.
Like, how can you do anything? Like, how did he get through school not being able to like do anything?
I don't know what he did.
That is so like disabling.
I'm pretty sure this was after high school. I can't remember.
No. It was during high school.
It probably was. I don't care. But
I remember when he had both hands broke.
It was so funny though. But yeah, this dude breaks more bones than anyone I know.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. No, there's no competition. I don't know anyone who's broken their bone more than 3 times, and he like has quadrupled it. He just has a talent for it.
He's so prone to it. But
even when he came over to help us not that long ago on the building, like he got injured. He got injured like so many times.
And who dropped the wood on my head? Who did that? Was that him?
Someone dropped wood on your head?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Someone dropped doggone wood on my head. Was it you?
No, it wasn't me.
I think it was you.
If it was me, I'd be apologetic over it.
No, you wouldn't.
I would have.
No, you would have been like, oh, you should have been standing there.
No.
Yeah, you would have.
I'm such a good person. I would have not said that.
This is the kind of attitude you'd be given. Hey, do you want to make this the last batch? We all like...
Yeah, this is the last batch right here. We have to wrap it up. That was...
Oh, goodness. The thing is, like, I have my OBS stuff, like, right here, and it's a little faded.
Yeah, I saw that, too. I'm like, that looks like a shiny.
And I was looking at it, and, like, the Charmander was like a lighter orange. I'm like, huh?
I swear, if you get a shiny Charmander before my shiny Bulbasaur, then I will start getting upset.
What are you gonna do?
Probably nothing.
Why are you gonna get upset on the second Pokemon? It's not like we have over 900.
That is such luck.
We have over 900 to go.
I know, but I don't like being on one Pokemon for too long. Well, I watch someone else be on like their fourth one. It's just not fun.
Being on a Pokemon for too long, you're not even at odds yet.
That's true. I can't complain.
You cannot.
Maybe
I went double odds twice.
Maybe I'll name... If it's a boy, I'm going to name mine Onion.
Okay.
I don't know why I was thinking that. I just looked at Bulbasaur. I'm like, he looks like an onion.
I'll probably name Charmander Pepper.
Onion and pepper.
And then...
I like that. What are you going to name your Bulbasaur? Do you remember if it was
I did not nickname it. I can't remember. I need to do that. I can do that.
Yeah, you need to do that. Get back to us when you decide to name that.
Yeah, let me get back to y'all on this one. Oh, look at that. It's time.
All right. I hope you enjoyed us talking about us transitioning to high school. We were going to bring up
We were going to talk about high school.
But there's so much to cover, and we keep getting sidetracked off side stories, and we're like, we need to talk about this more. So we talked about pretty much 6th grade and 7th grade specifically, because that was our transition period for our school specifically. It was a great time. Okay, so you have a male Bulbasaur. What you should name it right here to end off the episode.
You want me to name it?
Yeah.
I'll name it right here. I'll go ahead and name it. Let's see.
Do you have a favorite name for Thickums?
I do usually call it Thickums. I got that from somewhere. I can't remember where I got it from, but ever since I would just always call it Thickums.
This is the first shiny of the whole series, though, so you gotta name it something just pretty memorable.
Just name it First. Like those YouTube comments. That would be great.
Yeah, such an internet thing to do.
Let's see. A male Bulbasaur. I'm gonna be honest, this is the first thing that popped in my head. I don't know why. I do not think Bulbasaur is this, because I love Bulbasaur so much.
Resident Evil?
Residue.
That's a very odd name to name a Bulbasaur.
I love Bulbasaur. I'm not saying he is Residue, but I love him.
Alright, the first Shinymon of this race is named Residue.
Residue!
Whatever that's supposed to mean.
Ain't it like feces?
You don't even know what the word means?
I'm pretty sure it means like feces. Feces.
Look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm curious.
We're gonna find out what residue means. It's got to do with like manure or something like that.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the exact meaning of it.
I put residii.
Is that a word?
Oh, it's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like that's not feces.
A small amount of something that remains after the main part has gone or been taken or used.
That sounds alright.
A substance that remains after a process such as combustion or evaporation. By law, the part of an estate that is left after the payment of charges, debts, and bequests. So what is Bulbasaur like the residue of? I'm gonna put Bulbasaur right here.
I don't know. I feel like that's a journey you kind of have to go on and figure out.
I have to go with it together.
Yeah.
Me and Bulby.
Little residue.
Little Resi. Oh, that's
right.
cute.
So we.
Are you doing a batch right now?
Yeah, I'm doing one more batch.
Alright, you can do that batch. I'll get back over there.
This has been fun. I am Drew from the Ditwicks.
That's been fun.
He is Raisin. Yeah, it's getting kind of late. The tiredness is starting to slowly come in now.
It's hitting you.
Yes, it's hitting me now.
Yeah,
I enjoyed this talk. This was a fun conversation.
It was. Like, yeah, we can like go to bed early tonight.
I'm very curious to see if any of our old high school students actually watch this. Just to see what we had to say about, our past selves. And see if they were mentioned at all.
Oh, I hope not, because I mentioned, like, Emily and I had a thing. I mentioned I had a crush on Brooke. Both of them are married now.
I try to have every conversation as if those people were in the room.
Splendid. Splendorous. You did it.
Well, I said I had a little crush on everybody in the... I mean, what are they gonna do? They're not gonna bring this up in the future.
They're all married.
They're all married.
Except Aaron.
They don't care. Yeah, poor Aaron.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, she doesn't know what YouTube is. Love you, Aaron, if you're watching this.
Speaking of love, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in next week when we continue shiny hunting, and hopefully I get another shiny.
Will I get shiny Bulbasaur?
Hopefully not, because then
Who
I'll
knows?
be scared. But yes, thank you so much. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe. Let us know what you want us to talk about. If you want us to talk about a specific topic, subject, whatever it is. And we'll do our best to talk about it to the best of our knowledge. But again, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week for more goodness. Again, like, subscribe, ring that bell so you don't miss out on any Ditwick action. And again, I am Raisin.
And I am Drew.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.